Hello and welcome to another MOC of Mini MOC March. Today we have another Star Wars build. This time we're set within the Clone Wars, and this is kind of just a random scene I made up in my head. It's not based on any episode or any film or anything else like that. We've just got these three members of the Horn Company attacking this little separatist base, which I've just made a little mini version of, and I quite like it. So let me run you through a couple intricate details, starting with the outside section here. Okay, so here's our first section of the MOC, the clone section. I've spinned it around so you can see the clones themselves a little bit better. I've used two Horn Company troopers from the 2011 Clone Battle Pack, as well as a custom Commander Arc Buzz. I really like how this guy's turned out. He's not my custom figure. I won him from a great YouTuber called SW Bricks and Figs. I got second place in this mock contest, so I won him there. And I think he really suits next to some of these guys. If you look at the actual terrain here, you can see I'm using, I believe it's called light bright yellow. It's not tan and it's not regular yellow. Like if I put a tan plate on top, you can see that they are a distinct different color. So yeah, and I really like the look of the terrain just to make it look a little bit different. I've also accented it with some purples and pink, which I think really make it pop and gives it a really nice alien planet type vibe. So you can see I've used some leaves that have fallen on the floor and a big tree full of leaves up here, using a variety of different colors and parts to pull off something which I think looks really nice. If only that piece wasn't in black. But yeah, overall this is pretty cool stuff, I gotta say. You don't want to look at it this side, it looks much better around here. And that's the kind of look we got there. Okay then, moving on to the inside, you can see that there's this large doorway opening in the entranceway. You can see there's this sort of like yellow warning or security line using just cheese slopes in this side. Most of the floor for this section is snot, but I'll get to that in a little bit later. And then I've also got these large doors, which you can see are kind of angular, so when they'll come together, they nice and fit correctly, and I like how that looks together. I could have maybe detailed these walls a little bit more, but I'm still happy with how it turned out. Moving on to the inside, I need to be very gentle because these guys are not attached to studs whatsoever, so they're very likely to fall. I decided to use security droids for this area, just to make it a little bit different. I quite like the security droids, I think they're quite interesting. So you can see there's met with a small control panel, which I guess operates the doors. There's the main center area in this room, which has got a large snot floor. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I basically used a bunch of 2x2 tiles and then a bunch of 1x tiles in light bluish grey just to surround them. And I really like how they've turned out. I think that's a really different technique and a really interesting technique. It's not necessarily my technique, I've seen it in a couple of places before, but I really like how it turned out and I wanted to use it for sure. Moving up, you can see there's like a large engine piece here, which represents a good bit of wall detail. I just liked how the shape of the piece looks, so I decided to use it. And there's a couple of red pipes in the back left corner of the room, just to immediately draw your eye when you look into it, and I really like how they look as part of the MOC. On the left, you can see there's two big storage containers. These are done by using like the old Lego board game sets, the dice. It's one of those, but with light bluish grey tiles on them, and I like how they turned out. I think they really work. And you can see there's also this slightly raised platform, which has a door leading off behind it, which I just guess goes off to some other room in this base. And I've used a snot technique door there. If I pull this guy out, using some stud shooter pieces and some other detailed 1x4 bricks in light bluish grey. So overall we've got this. I really like how this has turned out. I think it's just a different type of MOC. As you can see, I've put it on a black border, which is the first MOC of this series that actually does have a black border, which is quite shocking because they're quite prevalent in MOCs. I thought let's put a couple black border MOCs in. My least favorite part about this build is this section here. Basically, just because when you put these two parts together, it kind of like it doesn't give you a nice overall view because this pillar kind of blocks everything off. And if I remove it, you also don't really like see, the door doesn't work, so it kind of has to be there. But so that's kind of disappointing, but overall I still really like how this has turned out. I just like a lot of the new techniques I used in here, especially like the flooring there, and I think I think it's really cool. And hopefully you like this build too. If you did like this video, like the video, that's what the like button's there for. Comment your favourite part about this MOC, mine has to be this great floor technique. And subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's episode. Check out the full Mini MOC March playlist if you've missed any of the MOCs so far, or if you're excited for any of the MOCs in the future. Thank you so much, as always, and bye.